Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt, fix several years of financial misbehaviour, and at the minute navigate a 6-week pay period due to a wage payday changeover. And I'm on week 4 basically, and it's been interesting so far. But you are joining me as well on Budgetmas day 9 because I have pledged to do 31 total videos across the course of December. Now, you'll have realised already if you've looked at my recent upload schedule that things were slightly disrupted due to Storm Dara, and that's because we lost power and couldn't get the videos uploaded and released in time. So while I am scrambling to catch up with that and also not wreck my own YouTube algorithm for you guys, let me just amend that like there, that's a bit better, by releasing multiple videos on one day, it will take some time to smooth that out, but we will get there. So thanks for bearing with me. This is Budgetmas day 9 of 31. Today's video, I don't want to do anything to do with how the 6-week payday is going. I don't want to do anything to do with necessarily this is what I want to do in the future. What I do want to do is go through my budget binder setup as it exists in its current form and work out what envelopes I want to keep, what binders I want to have in whatever structure. This may be a 2-part video because I don't want Budgetmas videos to run for very long. What I have so far, and then what I might need to do, because I am and will, as part of this whole 2025 setup that I will move into, is go through and swap out some of the envelope designs and change them around and improve them as well. So before I do the whole lot, it's worth knowing what I have and what categories and envelopes and budget planners I have. Now, I have an extensive range. These two, which get commented on an awful lot whenever they appear, are not actually classical A6 budget binders. They are Organised Filofaxes, which I got 2 years ago now, so I believe Christmas 23 maybe, or 22, from WH Smith's, which is a retailer in the UK, and I love them. And they get ever so complimented whenever they are on the channel because they are really unique. So these are really, really special, and they'll always make an appearance. This little A7 one is again, one I kind of hijacked and created. So this was completely plain, and then I got washi taped and covered this, and over time it's wearing down, so I could probably do with coating it in a clear layer as well, just to protect it. But it's something I do want to kind of experiment and make a few more of and see what can happen. I like little A7 binders for taking and spitting out what you do with that cash on a weekly or monthly basis. Mainly because if it all goes into my purse in one, it gets really confused. And I will be honest, like, little A7 wallets are not the cheapest to get, but this was definitely worth doing. I found it really useful whenever I have needed to take it out, and I moved to kind of a cash envelope based system. So this is my little out and about one. So in here there's personal, there's groceries, there's entertainment, there's health, there's miscellaneous, there's housing, which is normally my household, there's gifts, there's pets, there's transportation, and there is shopping, and that is like luxury is the wrong word, like not essential, like you're gone on a shopping trip type thing. And overall I'd say I'm relatively happy with this, and the only thing I might do is add a cover to it. Up next we then have my myriad of, where are you? Where's the front? There we go. Of cash envelope challenges, basically. That's the word I'm looking for. Of which I have 4. I have a little £2,000 one, which was inspired by the A7 size, and I was also at the time trying to use up the paper scraps, which is why it's a weird size. And I'll be honest, like, from a quality perspective, it's not the best thing that I've ever done, but this was very much me trying to make do, and what it's given me is a little £2,000 I guess emergency fund challenge work binder that I could work towards, with each one giving a small amount. And if you've stuck around on this channel for a while, you'll know I love colour and patterns and prints, so these definitely feature quite heavily. The thing is I also have the larger 3K one, and I feel like if I were to go 1 month ahead, I feel like there's 2 things going on. There's a 1 month ahead fund where literally it's a month's worth of bills plus a little bit of extra. There's a 1 month ahead fund, and then there's an emergency fund. And again, this is where like you're going to get so many different splits within, and not splits in terms of like my way is better than your way. It's just whatever way works best for you. But some people will fully advocate for a £1,000 emergency fund as like a baby emergency fund. Then you go into paying off debt maybe, or if you don't have debt to pay off, then you would go into funding your sinking funds. Some people argue for no, you need a fully funded 3-month emergency fund as the bare minimum before you even think about tackling debts or anything else. Some people will go and say, no, you need to save for like your annual car insurances or your annual taxes or whatever that is. Then you build your emergency fund, then you build this. Some people say you shouldn't have any savings at all and you should just go ahead and pay your debt. And what I can say, and I'm not saying whether any of these are right or wrong, because I will say this as someone who is pretty rubbish at saving for a multitude of reasons, be it income or just my own willpower. I can't comment on whether any of those is the best one or not, because A, this is not an advice channel. You're literally watching me fail to make good decisions financially and pulling myself up afterwards. But also, it's very different to people's own individual circumstances. I feel like if we take the £1,000 emergency fund example, well, yes, some small emergencies are going to be £1,000, you know, your fridge breaks or your white goods break or something else, like you need a new set of tyres very quickly. But real emergencies tend not to be £1,000 or $1,000, and that's where that argument lies. Some people also make a case for actually it's the act of saving that money, which is the achievement within itself, but also, and this is where we kind of do have to acknowledge this during a cost of living crisis, some parts of the world experiencing, you know, super high inflationary rates, etc. It's not everyone can save £1,000 quickly or $1,000 quickly, and in that time you're potentially still paying debt minimums or not dealing with debt at all, and things are popping up. And not everyone, you know, I could sell tons of stuff as someone who likes stuff and make £1,000. At the same time, I'm also having to sell tons of stuff to pay my bills. So what am I selling it for? It's a real and you're going to get this. Every budgeting channel will have a completely different opinion, especially if you're if you're an American budget channel, a European budgeting channel, an Australian budgeting channel, and a British budgeting channel. If you're a Scottish, English, Welsh, Irish budgeting channel, even all of that, we'll all have our own different opinions on things. And to be fair, I don't think long-time viewer, correct me, if you're a long-time viewer and you have heard me express an opinion on this in the past, let me know, because I genuinely can't remember. I don't know where I sit on it, basically. I know that logically, as a single female living alone, I would feel more comfortable with, say, £2,000 as an emergency fund. But also, if I look at recently occurring issues with my financial situation, I would have been better served if I'd had a month ahead or a little bit more than a month ahead, so a 3k binder. I'd have been better served if I had that over an emergency fund of 500, 1,000, £2,000. So kind of a long round way of me saying is I have both of these. In the past, I've dived straight into this and then had to use it for the cat. And then the cat needs his own emergency fund. So there's a 1 month ahead fund, there's an emergency fund. The 1 month ahead fund is 3k and the emergency fund is 2k, which between the two is about 5k's worth of savings, which ever so nicely, I didn't plan that at all, brings you on to my big daddy, which is my 5k binder. And I love this. It's chunky, it's thick, the envelopes are bigger than A6, so it makes me very happy. There's tons of quiet colour going on, although the printing's not the best job in the world. I love this one. But this is a real monster. I actually, and I don't know if I'm going to do a video about this, found my 2024, was going back over the channel and found my 2024 goals. And one of them was to complete the 5k binder. Didn't get very far at all with it. Yeah. So that was a bit of a thing. But you have the 5k binder, and I feel like your 5k binder is, yeah, it's a big one. Great, I think, if you don't have debt. And maybe that's my mistake in trying to go for that one. So I also have a 5k. I have the Big Daddy, as I'm calling it, because it's big, which is the 5k. Then I have, what else do I have? I also have an unstickered one, so I have a blank one, which again is thick. Yes, Bowie. I'll show you what my baby boy is doing. He's on his little nest over there. And then I have a blank one, and then these are my envelope binders. Okay. So, yes, I do want to try and bring some of these in next year. But the focus for next year, I've not yet narrowed down. Basically, it's a whole thing. I've not yet narrowed that down. Christmas. This is my Christmas one. Again, something which I wrapped from a completely plain, boring one. I wrapped. So these are my Christmas envelopes. So I have me, because you've got to buy Christmas presents for yourself. I say that as someone who has not bought Christmas presents for myself this year. I sold them because I needed money in August. It's fine, but normally I fully advocate buying Christmas presents for yourself. If you can afford to do it, why not? I have Mum, I have my dad, I have M, who is my sister, I have J, who is my brother, I have one remaining set of grandparents. Work, when did I make this? I made this a year ago at least. Work, Secret Santa, Christmas clothing, giving to charity, decor, food, and activities. I would swap out the covers. Activities is a good one to keep. Food is a good one to keep. Decor is a good one to keep. I wanted to get rid of one of these. Charity, controversial, but it's not the right envelope. It's not the right binder for that to be in. Secret Santa I'm going to take out because I would only do that through work. Work I will keep in. Grandparents I will keep in. J I will keep in. M, Dad, me and Mum. But what I might do is swap out some of the inserts. So Christmas one, not much going on. Taking away 2 of these. What's in this one? Cool. So yeah, these are super old. This one. Okay, so this looks like a binder for gifts. So we have my birthday, my sister, my dad, my mum, and my brother. I want to swap out all of those. And definitely not from there. So that's coming out. So that is now empty. Oh. Okay, next one. Holidays. Day trip. Hiking, Sweden. I'm going to take these out because they will not be a priority. This is not me getting rid of them completely. It's just part of me reconfiguring my binder system. So there'll be binders that I want to keep, or should I say envelopes that I want to keep, and there'll be envelopes that I want to rework. Oh, right. Oh, this is the big fund one, which might need to go in one of these because they are thicker. So Bowie, vet, is its own little category. Then we have car care. Then we have insurance. Then we have new car. So this is not I'm spending money on these. This is things that could come across. Rainy day, buffer for my bank account, which is not the 3k 1 month ahead. Bills, emergency, month over. Right, okay. Emergency and month over need to come out because I will use these instead. Right, next one. Okay. Bills. It's kind of an annual thing. Buffer is different. I'm avoiding this. I'm avoiding the new car thing. Why am I avoiding the new car thing? Because I know my car is 20 years old. And it's not going to run forever. And knowing my luck, things come up. Right. I'm going to leave those in there for now. I'm not overly happy with them so far, but I don't feel strongly enough to do anything about it yet. And by strongly enough to do anything about it, it's like I'm going to just basically do a massive refresh on all of my binders, but I want to know which ones now I'm completely going, no, they don't need to be in there and I don't need to make space for them. And which ones I feel a bit more like we're going to revisit you. This is the Nicole binder. This is Nicole thinks she can spend money on herself in this way binder. Healing, aka therapy. Beauty, self-explanatory. Health, yep. Clothing, yep. Happy Mail, because I need that from Etsy when I now have my own products. Self-care, because apparently none of that is self-care. Rewards, say no more. Days out, House, I really like the background inserts though, because they're all autumny. So maybe we keep the background inserts and we change the categories out. And we're just going to do this. Oh, we're just going to do that. Okay, we're just going to do this. Okay. Oh, teaching. Trips, books, miscellaneous, resources, fees. Duke of Edinburgh needs to come out because wrong category. Needs to be a category, not this category. I'm going to keep the teaching folder as is. I'm going to keep the teaching folder as is because going to keep the teaching folder as is. That one's going to stay, not touching it. So teaching folder is fine. What I'm affectionately calling the me folder. And then lastly, I have this, which is completely on everything, basically. A little idea I was playing with that I don't know if I'm going to keep for myself. Just a series of envelopes that are a little bit too small, I think, but in that beautiful marbly decorative pattern that I love, without labels or anything on them, and labels themselves are an issue because I don't print or work with vinyl. So there is this, which is also unallocated but very pretty. That is a little whistle-stop tour through my binders without any savings challenges attached to them, without any focus, and I am very much at the minute I'm not in the right headspace to try and work out what my financial goals, plans or focus is for 2025. But I do feel like from a financial perspective, from a financial basis, upon reflection, that actually working out what you want your financial goals and plans and focus to be for the year in January is fine. I think when you look at like the whole new year, new me stuff and all of the thing that comes with it, when you're literally just trying to survive winter from a mental health and physical health perspective, you can, when you're ready to start those things, you should just start those things. From a financial basis though, it makes sense to sort something out for literally a calendar year. And I am coming around to that idea, but I'm also, like, if you've seen my videos, especially from last week, I am still not at the point where I want to sit down and look. But I know that timeline is coming, and it might be something that I give an awful lot of time to do between Christmas and New Year, when I am literally going through and cleaning and sorting out the house, and resetting it for 2025. That may be the week that's reduced and released. The whole year has been really turbulent, and yep, like a massive train horn that's just been blaring at me through the fog of life. That analogy doesn't work. We're going to reverse on that. And I've also just dived headfirst into launching the shop, getting things up and running there, getting products out, getting really excited about that, then having to rein myself back in so I don't rush and ruin things or do things the wrong way. My laminator is melting anything I put through it, and I know it's meant to melt, but it's also not meant to melt and chew things up as it goes through and then smell of burning. So I'm a little bit concerned that I can't repair that. I have been looking at trying to, so that may also potentially stop play, but I will make that decision in the next day or so. At the time of recording, it is Monday the 9th, I think. Yes, it is Monday the 9th. So there's lots that's going on. I've just started week 4. In true Not Another Budget fashion, things haven't quite gone to plan already, which is, fine. We'll deal with that as and when it comes. But I am now on that. I've crested over that kind of peak of we're halfway through. It was really emotional and there was lots going on and I was massively busy. And now my focus for this week is like, right, what do I want to start to sort out? What binders do I want to take forward into the new year? What envelopes, what focuses, what challenges? And I say challenges because even if I pay off debt, I will use savings challenges to track and to save up extra to put towards debt. So that is just something to be mindful of if you're getting a bit confused, because I am aware through all of this that yes, I do still have debt and it is still something which needs to be dealt with. I'm going to pause it here because I feel like this could run into a part 2 or 3, particularly with the binder focus. So here feels like a really good point to stop this. This will get uploaded as soon as I'm able to. So once you see this, let me know down in the comments below what envelopes and what budget categories do you have that I might be missing. What can you see which I can't see? What can you think of that I might be worth including? If you've been watching me for a year and you've very much had like a bird's eye view or a removed view from everything I've been experiencing, what do you think it would be really good to look at? What's your thoughts on the £1,000 emergency fund versus not emergency fund versus slightly larger than 1,000 versus 1 month ahead? Let me know. It's a debate that will never ever be settled in the comments, but it is worth just getting your guys' opinion on things as we touch on this specifically. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm now going to let you go and have a wonderful budgeting week wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye for now.